Breakers. They were dismissed for, they ended up on 123 for 7 after the 10 overs. Benetton Stapleton, he top scored with 28 of 14 deliveries. Kadim Allen, he made 22 of 13 deliveries. Ryan John, he made 16 of 6 deliveries. Kader Ned made 14 of 10 deliveries. Rickford Walker, he was dismissed for 12. And seen them missing anyone. Barnum was dismissed without scoring. Joseph was dismissed for 2, and Latchman was not out on 5. Bowling for the 4 Charlotte Strikers.
Well, the bowling is just two apiece for James and Harry. James really set the momentum, but when Javid started out with his off break from left arm, he really set that piece, that momentum, and just one apiece there for Fredericks and Corton Lavier. So not really much to say, elaborate on with the bowling department, but I think that they bowled very well. They kept the ball in the right areas, but to me it was Benetton who really took it to them along with Ryan John.
Do you think that they will rue those chances that they dropped? And do you think the chances had a great impact on the final score that the Breakers got to?
I would not say they really did, because in cricket, catches drop and you get misfields. What happened is that we did not see the batsmen capitalize after these drop catches, or we will see the boundary that hit after drop catch, yes. But to say that it really impacted it, no, it did not. It was always a stage set. It's a new pitch. The pitch is coming off very well. And 123, as remember the VPL 3.0, this was the pitch that really brought up hundreds in the middle and the end of the tournament. And once the batsmen set themselves to bat there, especially those batsmen who like the pace come on to the bat, they would always capitalize on them, and especially in the power play. So to answer your question, no.
Yes, and we were about to just have some highlights there of the innings just before we take a break to come back. While the highlights are coming up again, yes, so we saw the Kader Ned, he was hitting that first one down the ground for 6 in the first over of Preston McSween. And this was another boundary here by Rickford Walker, pulled away for 6. He stroked one later in the over square leg with a flick of the wrist. Very subcontinental there in that shot. And then he was dismissed. Trying to go over long on, he was caught by Joshua James off the bowling of Rashid Frederick. Javid was pulled by Kader Ned for 4 here into the gap. But the next delivery, he went a little bit wider and was able to get him dismissed. Not as short as the previous one either, so that was good thinking there as he got the wicket of Ned. This was a lovely shot there by Aline, timed away off the bowling of this one is lofted again by Aline. That previous shot was off the bowling of Javid, and this one he was pulled again. But at the end, Javid in the end had the last laugh, getting him caught down at lawn. And Curtin Lavey in his first over was very expensive, Kaznell. He was struck for 20 runs.
Yeah, and I think this is where the partnership really catapulted to the 123, where Benetton Stapleton and Ryan John really took it to them. They would have had to get Benetton or Ryan John early, and Ryan John cut that one down to the third man boundary, past the point boundary, and this one was pulled over the mid-wicket region, somewhat over the long off region, and it went for 6. Joshua James had to do something, and this was it.
Of Bascom, and Stapleton none for 20 off 2 overs. Dylan Johnson bowling that last over and keeping his team, guiding his team to victory with that very good last over. Smart bowling by him, mixing his pace up, mixing his lines, his lengths up, not becoming too predictable for the batsman to line him up. Kaznell.
Yes, I think the highlights here, when Bascom started, he started very fluently, and that first delivery was cut away for 4, and then it had a lot of shot in his artillery where he flicked that one for 6, and at that time they had a strong partnership of 40 out without loss. Kadim had a full delivery that was struck over just over the mid-wicket region for 4. Ryan John also was pulled away to the square leg region for 4 more. And at that point, Fort Charlotte was looking well with that tremendous shot for 6 down the ground by Hackshaw. Then Miles showing that, okay, Hackshaw, you alone can't do it. I will help you. And then he placed that one over for 6. But then when the spin came on, even though that 4 was struck down the ground by Miles Bascom, it took the spin to make a breakthrough. A slow delivery was guided over the top there by Cedron Williams. And they were still in the control room. And then Miles cut this one over the top of point for 6. And then the spinner then came in and Cedron had was to go. At that point, I think it was a downhill for the Fort Charles Strikers coming down the hills of the fort. And but Miles still had some questions to answer, and he played impeccably and struck in a couple of blows over the boundary for 6. Ryan John had to bowl the final, the penultimate over. This one was struck down to third man for 4, and then Hector getting that one over the mid-wicket region for 6. But the last over is what really set it up when this one went for 6 off the first delivery. But then it was this last ball that went for 4 that proved not enough for the Fort Charlotte Strikers there. And in the end, they lost.